Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 maths. So today we're going to start with a book, Math Makes Sense, grade 6. So let's just start with the first chapter. We're going to start with chapter 1, that is patterns and equations, and we're going to cover lesson 1 and lesson 2, that is input output machines and patterns from tables. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, here is the first chapter, that is patterns and equations. So let's just start with the first lesson. Input out machine. Let's just start with the first lesson, input output machines. Okay. Okay, so let's just start with the practice questions. Here it is. Okay, for each input table, input output machine, for each input output machine, copy and complete the table. Write the pattern rule that relates the input to the output. Write the pattern rule for the input, write the pattern rule for the output. Okay, so let's just look at the first input machine, right? You have to, here is the input. You have to multiply every input value by 9 and you'll get the output, right? So the first one is 1 times 9, you have 9. 2 times 9, 18. 9 times 3, 27. 4 times 9, 36. And 9 times 5, 45, right? The input machine, in machine, you have to see the operation. You have to perform multiply by 9, right? So the input operation is, you have to write the pattern rule for the input and pattern rule for the output also. So the pattern rule for input is, you have to multiply every value. Let's suppose input is n. Pattern rule for input is 9 times n. You have to multiply every input value by 9, right? And hold on. And for the output machine, you have to go by reverse operation, right? You have to divide by n. Okay, let's just look at the b. For the b, you have to add 12 to every input value, right? It would be 1 plus 12, 13, 2 plus 12, 14, 3 plus 12, 15, 4 plus 12, 16, and 5 plus 12, 17, right? These are the output values. So the pattern rule for the input machine B is, you have to do n plus 12. For every input value, you have to add n plus 12. Okay, the question number 2 is, for each input output machine, copy and complete the table. Write the pattern rule that relates the input to the output. Okay, so input is 2. You have to multiply input by 2 first, then you have to add 1. you'll get your output, right? So 2 times 6 is 12 and plus 1, 13. 4 times 6 plus 1, 4 times 6 is 24 and plus 1, 25. 6 times 6 is 36 and plus 1, 37. Then 7 times 6 plus 1, it would be 42 and 1, 43. 10 times 6 is 60 plus 1, 61. So the pattern rule is this is n times 6 plus 1. So you can say the pattern rule is 6n plus 1, right? That is for machine A. For machine A, the pattern rule is 6n plus 1, right? Okay, let's just look at the machine B. You have to add 1, 2 plus 1, and then multiply by 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. You have 18. You have 4. 4 plus 1 times 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 times 5 is 25. Then 6 plus 1, 7. And 7 plus, sorry, you have to multiply by 6. 4 plus 1, 5. And 5 times 6 is 30. Here you have 30. 4 plus 1, 5. And 5 times 6 is 30. 6 plus 1, 7. And 7 times 6 is 42. 8 times 8 plus 1 is 9 and 9 times 6 is 54. 10 plus 1 is 11 and 11 times 6 is 66. So the pattern rule is you can say it is every time you have to add 1 n plus 1 and you have to multiply by 6, right? It would be 6 times n plus 1, right? That is the pattern rule for machine B, right? Okay, question number 3 is look at question number 2. How the input output machines are same and how they're different. For machine A, the rule is n times 6 plus 1. That is for machine A. For machine B, the input rule is n plus 1 times 6. They both are different. For the first machine, you have to multiply by 6 first and then you have to add. For machine 2, you have to add first and then you have to multiply, right? How do the input number of these two machines compare? Explain. Is it possible to get more than one output number for each input? They have different, the two machines are different, right? You cannot, when you compare them, their input value for the machine A, the input value is multiplied by 6. You have to multiply it by 6 first and then you have to add 1. For machine 2, you have to add 1 and then multiply. Let's just compare the values of both the machines, right? For one is the pattern rule is n times 6 plus 1. For second one, it is n plus 1 times 6. This is for machine A. Let's just make a table, right? 2. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1, 13. That is for machine A. 4 times 6 is 24 and 125. 6 times 6 is 36 and plus 137. 8 times 6 is 48 and 149. 10 times 6 is 60 and that for machine B, it is n plus 1. You have to add 2 plus 1, 3 and 6, 18. 4 plus 1, 5 and 5 and 6, 30. 6 plus 1, 7 and 42. 8 plus 1, 9 and 54. 10 plus 1, 11 and 6, 66. You can see this is the two values. You can compare them, right? Okay, let's just start with question number 4. You have so many questions. I'm going to skip some so that we can do. Okay. Copy and complete the table, this table. The pattern rule that relates the input to the output is divide the input by 6, right? You have to divide input value by 6. So 36 by 6 is 6. 42 over 6 is 7. 48 over 6 is 8. 59 over 6 is 9. 60 over 6 is 10. You have to write the input table. The pattern rule is you have to divide the input value and divide it by 6. You will get the output, right? For question number 5, the pattern rule that relates to the output is divide the input by 3. First, you have to divide input by 3. That means n divided by 3 first, then you have to subtract 2. So 30 divided by 3 is 10, 10 minus 2 is 8. 60 divided by 3 is 20, 20 minus 2 is 18. 90 over 3 is 30 and 30 minus 2 is 28. 120 divided by 3 is 40 and 40 minus 2 is 38. 150 divided by 3 is 50 and 50 minus 2 is 48. So these are the output values, right? Okay, let's just six question number 6. The pattern rule that relates the input table is add 4 to input, then divide by 2. Check the data, okay? Add 4 to input. 4 plus 4 is 8 and 8 divided by 2 is 4. No, not correct. Add 4, okay. 4 plus 8 is 12 and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Also incorrect. 16 plus 4, 20 and 20 divided by 2 is 10. Yes, this one correct. 26 plus 4, 30 and 30 divided by 2 is 15. This one correct, right? 30 plus 4, 34 and 34 divided this one. First, second and last one is not the correct one and two of them are the correct one. How you know they are incorrect? Because you applied the rule. I added 4 plus 4, 8 and 8 divided by 2 makes 4. That's how I know this output is not the correct one, right? You applied the input rule and you will get the different value. That's how you know some of the values are incorrect, right? Okay, let's just move on to next one. Okay, question number 7. The pattern relates to the pattern rule that relates the input to the output is divide the input by 6, then add 5. Check the data in the input output table. Correct. Okay. Divide the input by 6. The input is 6. 6 divided by 6, then add 1. 6 by 6 is 1, 1 plus 1. Then you have to add 5. Sorry, not 1. 6 divided by 6 is 1 and 1 plus 5 is 6. This one correct, right? The second one, 12 divided by 6, then add 5. 6 divided by 5, 12 divided by 6 is 2, 2 plus 5 is 7, correct. 30 divided by 6 is 5 and 5 plus 5 is 10, right? Okay, 42 divided by 6 is 7 and 7 plus 5 makes 12. This one incorrect, it would be 12, right? 54 divided by 6 is 9 and 9 plus 5 makes 14. This one also not correct, right? Write 3 more input and output, okay? 52, 6 times 2 is 12, 5 is 30, 7 is 42, 9 is 54. 66, 72. Okay, 66 divided by 2 is 6 is 11, 11 plus 5 is 17. 2 divided by 6 is 12. 11 plus 5 makes 16 it is. 72 divided by 6 is 12 and 12 plus 5 is 17, right? Okay, question number 8. The pattern rule that relates the input to the output is multiply input by 4 and then subtract 3. You have to multiply each input value by 4. Then you have to subtract 3. Find the missing numbers in the table. Okay, multiply the input by 4. 6 times 4, subtract 3, 24. 24 minus 3 is 21. Then you have 9 times 4 minus 3. 9 times 4 is 36. And 36 minus 3 is 33, right? Then you have to do, no, yes, 15 times 4. 15 times 4 is 60. And 60 minus 3 is 57. So the missing number are 21, 33, and 57, right? The pattern rule that relates the input to the output is add 5 to input and multiply by 3. Okay, first you have to add 5. 5 plus 5 makes 10 and multiply by 3. 10 times 3 is 30. Okay, 11 plus 5 is 16 and 16 times 3 is 48. Okay, 39, you are given 39. You have to go reverse, right? First you have to divide by 3. It would be 13 and then subtract 5. Then that would be 8, right? Same you have to do for 57. First you have to divide it by the 3. 57 divided by 3 is 3 times 1 is 3, 19. And 19 minus 5 is 14. It would be 14. The input value here is 14. You have to apply the reverse operations. First you have to divide, then you have to subtract 5, right? Input, because for the input value you have to add and then multiply. So for the, you have the input values, you have to calculate the you have the output values, you have to calculate the input values. So you have to perform these operations reverse order, right? So first of all, here you have 66. I divide them by 3. That is 22. Then subtract 5. That would be 17. Right? Evangeline, do you have any question? You can ask if you have any. Okay. Question number 10 is draw an input output machine with two operations. Choose two numbers and two operations for your machine. Choose five input numbers. Okay, leave it. You have to do. You can just look at the examples and make the machine for yourself. Let me just start with the next lesson, that is patterns from tables. Okay, here I'm on the practice questions. Let's start with question number 1. Each table shows the input output from a machine with one operation for each table. Identify the number and the operation in the machine. Continue the pattern. Write the next four input output numbers. Write the pattern rule that relates the input to output. Okay, let me just make 1, 2, 3, 4 table on the board because and the output values are 7, 14, 21, 28. Okay, just relate the input output values, right? You have to write next four in. Okay, first you have to relate. Input is 1, output is 7. 2, 14. 321. That means each input value you have to multiply by 7 to get the output value, isn't it? Right? That means then the pattern rule is 7 and you have to multiply n is the input value. You have to multiply each input value to 7 to get the output value, right? You have to write down next 4, 5. 7 times 5 is 37. 6. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 8 7 times 8 is 56, right? These are the next four values. Okay, let's just do D part, right? Basically, the input and output values are connected. They have a strong connection, right? D is input 500, 450, 400, 350. Okay, the output is 485, 435, 385, I think, and 335. Let me just confirm. Yes. Basically, the relationship between the input output is for every input value, the input value is 15 less than the input value. You can see 50, 500 minus 15, 450 minus 15, 400 minus 15, and 350 minus 15. So that means each output value is 15 less than the input value. You can say it is n minus 15, right? Output values are decreasing by 50 and input values are decreasing by 50. Output values are also decreasing by 50. No, not by 50. I think by 50. Mm, yes, they are decreasing by 50, right? Okay. The next one is question number 2. Each table shows the input and output form from a machine with two operations for each table. Identify the numbers of operations in the machine. Choose four different input numbers. Find the output numbers. Predict the output when the input is 10. Check your prediction. Okay, input is 1, 2, 3, 4. Output is 2, 5, 8, 11. 2, 5, 8, 11. Okay, 1 plus 1 makes 2. 2 plus 3 makes 5. 3 plus 5 makes 8. 4 plus 7 makes 11. Or It is 1 times 2 minus 1, 2 times 1 times 3 minus 1, 2 times 3 minus 1, 6 minus 1, 5, 3 times 3 minus 1, 9 minus 1, 8, 3 times 4 minus 1, right? So you can see the relationship is, it is 4 times 3, 3n minus 1. This is the pattern rule. You have to check for the 10th value, right? And input is 10. 3 times 10 minus 1. 30 minus 1, 29. You can check from here. 5, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8 plus 3. Okay, let's see how this one. 11 plus 3, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, and you can see the 10th value is 29, right? And you can see what I have calculated from here. That means the pattern node I calculated 3 and minus 1 is the correct one, right? Let's just do D, 4, 5, 6, 7. 17, 21, 25, 29. It would be 4 times 4 plus 1, 4 times 5 plus 1, 4 times 6 plus 1, and 4 times 7 plus 1. You can see 4 plus 4, 16 and 1, 17. 4 plus 5, 20 and 1, 21. 4 times 6, 24 and 125. And 4 times 7 is 28 and 129. That means the pattern rule would be 4 times n plus 1, right? You have to calculate the 10th value. It would be 4 times 10 plus 1. That would be 14, right? Each table shows the input and output from a machine with two operations. Find the pattern rules that relates the input output. Okay. 5 and 21. Let me make a table on the board. 5, 6, 7 missing number. Okay. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1. Let me think. 21 plus 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. it would be 33 and it would be 36, right? But let me find that would be 8. Mm, 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 any idea? Mm, 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 mm. No. Mm, 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 mm. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21, 24, 27. Mm. 6 plus what number is 24? 6 and 24 minus 6. 18. 7 plus 20. 8 plus 22. Mm, okay, it's okay. Let me think for another one. I'm stuck on this one. Let's see the B one. 0, 5, 10. Hold on, let me just write it down here. Input is 0, 5, 10, 20, I think, and 25. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Mm, 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 mm. You have to find pattern rule also. Yes, you have to find a pattern rule also, and I'm stuck with a pattern rule actually. Okay, 0 input, output is 1. Input is 5, output is 2. Input is 10, it would be 15 here. Then obviously it is 6, right? It would be input value divided by 5 plus 1. 5 divided by 5 plus 1. Yes. 10 divided by 5 plus 1. 15 divided by 5 plus 1. And you can see all the answers are correct. 1. 0 by 5 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 5 by 5 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 10 by 5 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 15 by 5 is 3 and 3 plus 1 is 4. Yes, it is. Okay, that means it is n divided by 5 plus 1. Right? Okay, you have to find the missing value. Let's check. N is 20. 20 over 5 plus 1. Yes, it would be 5. Right? Then 25 over 5, that would be 25 over 5 is 5 and plus 1 is 6. Yes, it would be n over 5 plus 1, right? If I can think a bit more, I will get for 8 also, but it's okay. Question number 5. You may need color tiles or counters and dot paper. Use tiles, counters, or pictures to show the relationship. Write a pattern rule. Okay, we can write pattern rule. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me write it down on board. 6, 8, 10, 12. 1 plus 5 makes 6, 2 plus 6 makes 8, 3 plus 7 makes 10, and 4 plus 8 makes 12. Mm, you have to perform two operations. Okay, hold on. 2 plus 4, 2 plus 6, 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 6, 2 plus 6 is 8. 2 plus, basically that is the work you have to do while working for the 8. 2 plus 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it is. 4 plus 2, 6. 2 plus 6, 8, 10, and 12. That means 2 plus 2n. When n is 1, 2 plus 2 times 1. That would be 4. When n is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 2. No, n is 1. 2 plus 2 times 2, 2, it would be 6. 2 times 2 plus 4. 2 plus 2 times 3. 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 plus 2 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2, 10. Right? Then 2 plus 2. Yes, it would be 2 plus 2 times n. Right? And you have to calculate for the choose. No. Predict the output when input is 9. Okay, input is 9. 2 2 times 9 is 18, 18 plus 2 is 20. That means when input is 9, let me see, 5, 14, 6, 16, 7, 18, 8, 20, but it would be 20 on 8. Hold on. Mm, okay, I'm stuck on the question. We'll start from the same question in the next session, right? Because I think I'm out of my mind right now. We'll start with from question number 5 from the same lesson in the next session, right? It is. We're working on lesson 2 and we'll start from question number 5. Don't worry, right? So that's all for today. If you need more help with any of the lesson, you can please contact any tutor on the Skype. Try to the questions I skipped on your own. If you have problem with the questions, you can contact me either in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.